right. Hey, baby. So glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me. That way we can talk about your day. We can talk about love, life, and anything else you want to talk about. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna put you to sleep the right way. You already know what time it is, baby. It's time for Pillow Talk. Brought to you by bensounds.com. Hey, baby. So glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me.
Yeah, y'all just hold on. We can
That way
sign
we
on
can
in.
talk
Wait
about
on
your day.
somebody to get on in there.
Talk about love, life, and anything else you want to talk about. And when it's all said and done,
I can't really see who's all in the
put you to
chat.
sleep the right way.
Yeah,
You
we'll
already
start
know
seeing
what time
people
it
roll
is,
in.
baby. It's time for Pillow Talk. Brought to you by bensounds.com.
There we go. There we go. Pillow Talk is back. Glad to see everybody's back in here. I can't really tell who's all in the building, but Pillow Talk is back. We have a really good subject for you guys tonight. So if you guys need to take your time and get you something to get in the mood, because we got a hell of a show for you guys tonight. We've been off the air for so long, and we apologize for that. So we're trying to figure out a new way of doing Pillow Talk because we can't go sit on the couch very easily because the pandemic threw everything off. But now that we're back, we got everything going. We have our stuff to sip on, and we also have our subject ready. So that's what we get ready to do. We get ready to sit down and talk about this subject. So I'm waiting on Miss Pam to come on in. She's having a little bit of a difficulty on her end, but Pam will be in here shortly, and we'll get on with the show. Because tonight's show, I don't know if you guys can see the see the heading of it is the question is of tonight is, do women save anything for their future husband, or do they just give it all out to their boyfriend? So tonight we're going to actually, hey Regina, we had to do it, baby. We got to get the roll. We got to get a little something to sip on because we're doing a special edition Pillow Talk for you. And tonight, we got tonight, Miss Miss Regina. We got it now tonight that if someone wants to talk about, um, do you save things for your husband or do you just give it to your boyfriend now? We got a little phone line where you can definitely call in. You can remain anonymous and talk about it. Talk about your story, talk about your situation, and talk about how you feel. So, what's up, Miss Kimya? Kamaya, I'm sorry, Kamaya. How you doing, baby? Yeah, we got a good one tonight. So the question tonight is, do women save things for their husband or do you give it out to your boyfriend? And I'm gonna start it off because let me tell you a little bit of my thoughts on it. Is that when you get in a relationship, what you bring to the table in the beginning of the relationship is going to be there throughout the marriage. So the things that you're not wanting to do, you're not going to do it once you get married. So I want to hear from you guys and tell me what you guys think. Yeah, I know. It's been a while, but we are back. And like I said, we're ready to let this thing go down. So anyway, I'm gonna put this phone line up. And if anybody wants to call in right now, and let me get this phone line. I got it on here somewhere. Just give me one half a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put this phone line up, and then you guys can call in, and you can remain anonymous. You're not your number won't come up, but you can tell us about it. 954 408 3312. All right. That's it. That's gonna be the phone line. All right. All right. Well, hold on. Let me see this. Let me get this. I'm gonna put it in this way because it's giving me a little bit of a headache on that way. So hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me get it. Let me get it right. Here we go. Bam. Here we go. All right, there we go. The number's up on the screen. You can call in. You can remain anonymous and tell us about your thoughts on that. So I'm gonna start it off by telling you this: that for all you ladies out there who say that you're saving it for your husband and you're saving it for marriage, if you are not a virgin, you don't get to be able to save it for your husband and all that stuff. If we are in an intimate relationship, I don't think that there should be anything off the table if we're in a relationship and we're trying to build it to make it go over the top to a marriage. But tell me what you guys think. Do you think that there's certain things that you won't do, and it could be something other than being intimate? You know, you might certain things you might not want to cook, you might not want to play house. But I want to hear from you guys. Let somebody call in and say what you guys feel. Do you give your man everything in a relationship, or do you save it for marriage? That's the question. Call in. It's right up on your screen. 954-408-3312. Call on in if you want to make your voice heard. But anyway, like I said, I don't think that if you're in a serious committed relationship, I don't think that you should hold anything back from your partner if you are trying to get to the altar. But if you're not trying to get to the altar, I guess it don't matter. But to me, it matters. So, you know, hey, yeah, Regina, I'm glad we back too. But yeah, so if you guys so I think that, like I said, if it's something that you're holding back, because I've dated the girls before, I've dated some girls before, and they say, man, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play house. I'm not going to do this stuff until we get married. But I think it's a double-edged sword, because if you're not doing it before you get married, I don't think you're going to do it when you get married. You know, I think that if you're dating a dude and the dude says, hey, I'm not going to do all that over there, I'm going to pay a few bills, but if we get married, I'll pay majority of the bills. He's probably not going to do it anyway once you get married. There's so much other stuff. I'm not going to work on your car. I'm not going to give you all of that. I don't think that if you're putting your best foot forward, you should be holding something back. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. We got what's your thoughts on that, Miss Nettie Brown? Do you think that the younger generation, I mean, for the younger generation, you think that that people are moving too fast and they're not saving something for marriage, and that's causing people not to get married? What's your thoughts on that? I like to know. I like to know y'all thoughts on that. And I don't know if these comments on here running slow or not, but let's see. Because the one that I'm using is a little bit off, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna sip on it and I'm gonna have some fun with it, because hey, it's pillow talk and we're gonna get real with it. Let me see what they say. It's one of those nights. One of those nights. Here we are. We are back. Let's see. All right, hold on. All right. And if you feel okay, go ahead. Tell us what you think. You want to call in? Call in. There's the number on the screen, 954-408-3312. And like I said, you can call in, you can remain anonymous and just tell us your thoughts. So just call right on in. Waiting on your call right now. Go ahead. Caller. You got something you want to get off your chest? Come on with it. This good. It's gonna be a good one tonight. All right, let's see. See where we at. Let's see where we at. All right. Go ahead. You can call in. You got something you want to say, something you want to get off your chest, something you think, Miss Diamond Brown, go right ahead. Hey, and then before we kick you off the show, but we'll let you go on and say something. We'll let you get something out. Go ahead. Yeah, y'all already talking about it anyway, so you might as well get on in here and join in and have fun as well. So you know how it goes. I don't know. I just think that, like I said before, that the way relationships go now, I don't think you should be holding back. And I think that's that. Hey, man, we trying to be like y'all. The rich people. Nah, we'll go. Listen, you can call in. The number's right there at 954-408-3312. Nobody's gonna know who you are. Just call right on in and go right ahead. And like I said, you can get it off your chest. Go ahead, call on in. I'll put you right on in here. Go ahead. 954-408-3312. Let's talk about it. Should you save something for marriage, or the person you dating, should you go all in? I say you go all in. You put your best foot forward and you go all in. So go right ahead. Just call on in and say it. Here we go. Let's see. I'm giving you a chance. Let's see how it goes. I'm giving you one shot. So if you want to call in, you better go ahead now before I take that one back. So go right ahead. So you know how it go. But yeah, I don't know. We're still waiting on Miss Pam come in. She's having a little bit of difficulties. Miss Pam is. So anyway, how'd y'all, so for the people that didn't while we doing this, for the people that didn't get to hear the intro, what y'all think about the intro? We got us a new intro. I'll play it again for y'all. For the ones that didn't get to hear it, here you go. There you go. Pillow Talk got an intro now. You hear that? There you go. Listen to it.
Hey, baby. So glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me. That way we can talk about your day. We can talk about love, life, and anything else you want to talk about.
There you go.
And when it's all said and done, I'm going to put you to sleep the right way.
All right.
I already know what time it is, baby. It's time for Pillow Talk. Brought to you by bensounds.com.
How about that? Pillow Talk, we got our own intro. We bringing it on back. Pillow Talk is here. So the question of the night is, for all the people out there, for women, if you're dating a guy, do you hold something back for marriage, and why? Or do you just give it all to your boyfriend and hope that he appreciates it and it gets you to the altar? So that's the question. Do you give all your all, whether it's certain things you'll do in the bedroom, certain things you do in the house, or you're going to play house, or do you back out of that just to wait till you get married? And if you guys don't want to put your comment in the comment section, like I said before, right here, right there, this is the number. Right in the comment section, 954-408-3312. Call in, sound off, and you can remain anonymous if you don't want people to know who you are, but that's the number. And I'd like to hear from you on it. I'm putting it right back in the comment section. Here we go. All right, here we go. Some of these comments in here are kind of going slow. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm missing out on some comments. All right. Said, okay, Nettie Brown said, people will show you who they are just once, and then you just have to take that, you have to be willing to see it. If you're not going to do it after you get married, then you're not going to do it before. Yeah. If you're not going to do it before, then you're not going to do it after you get married. That's what she's saying. So, and I agree with that if those things that you hold now, because I'm going to tell you what's funny. There were certain things that I'll tell you what's funny. I know you hear the subject came up with me and someone we were talking about, someone I was kicking it with. And so the subject came up about anal sex. And she was like, hey, I'm not going to do no anal sex, nothing like that until I get married. Right. And so it was a few of us sitting around talking, and I've heard that through people I've talked to before. And they were like, I'm going to save that until I get married. Then I heard women say that I'm not giving nobody head until I get married. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those catch-22s, man. Do you wait until you get married, or do you have it now? What about playing house, cooking, and all that stuff? Do you do all that now, or do you wait until you get married? I don't know. What you guys think? Me? I'm like, we gotta do it all now. We gotta do it all now. I'm not waiting till we get married, man. Nah, let me open up my gifts now. Let me see what I'm dealing with. Because guess what? Now I do know there's still some women out there that said that they're not having sex no more. I know a girl with a couple of kids, and she said that she's not having sex no longer until she gets married. Then she'll have kids. So that's one of those things that I don't know. I guess if it's a religious thing, would you let it slide if they finally decided that, let's say a woman has a few kids and then she decides she doesn't want to have sex anymore when she got with a new boyfriend, and she's going to wait until she gets married to have sex again. If you're a guy, would you let that go? That's a question. I'm like, listen, if you're not a virgin, you can't wait till you get married for that. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's not going to happen, especially if you not got kids. Man, if you're a virgin, I give you the pass. You get a pass if you're a virgin. If you're not a virgin, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say I'm floating with that one. I don't know. I don't know. Can't say I'm floating with that one. But what are y'all thoughts? Would y'all, so guys, so the question to you all is, if you're dating a girl and a girl tells you she's not going to have sex until she gets married, the question is, would you be faithful to this girl, and would you wait until you get married for that woman to have sex with you? So that's the question to the men. So that's the question to the men. And to the women, do you play dollhouse with them? Do you let a guy move in, or move in with a guy and act like you're married when you're not married? It's another question. So it's a lot of stuff out there that we need to know before we decide we're gonna get to the altar, because a lot of people are trying to make their way to the altar. And what is it gonna take to get out of the relationship and out of a situationship relationship into a marriage? So do you hold back, or do you give it your all and let the person accept you for who you all are and what you bring to the table? And if it don't work out, it don't work out. Or do you hold back and say, you know what, I'm not gonna let this person use me up, and so I'm gonna hold something back until I get married? That's the question. Is I don't know. I that's a hard one. I've been married before. Would I have gotten married if I felt like that person was holding back? Nah, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have got married like that. I had to have I have to see what I'm dealing with before I get into it. And now that I've been divorced, I definitely wouldn't do it. Not my second time around. So if there's anything so Diamond says, to a certain degree, why would I full out go wifey mode? Why would I go out and do wifey mode and let him reap the benefits if I don't have a ring? Okay. So why would you go full out and go wifey mode? It's a good question. So let me ask you this. So since you're a young person, do you feel that right now, without having kids, do you think that the best thing to do is if you dating a dude, keep him in the boyfriend category and say, you know what, it's only going to be like so close. Like, would you move in with a guy before you get married? So you saying, why would you go full out wifey mode and let him reap all the benefits if he's not going to give you a ring? So what are your cutoffs? Do you say, okay, I'm not going to move in with this dude, we're not going to move in together, split the bills until we get married? Where's the balance? Where's the cutoff? I don't know. So it's a young person. So hey, guess what? We can get it from there. We can get from the young people. I think the older you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm too old for games. It is what it is. Either we're gonna be together or we not. So that's where I'm at. I'm too old for games. And I've been married once, and I'm not walking down to the altar again if I feel like that person is holding back, and I'm not gonna hold back. So I feel for the relationship to be healthy, you both got to give it 100% on both ways. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, anybody on here that want to call in, remain anonymous. The number's on the screen, 954-408-3312. You can call in and sound off if you feel that you're in a relationship, or when you are in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, let's say you're single, or will you hold back on some of the things that the person you're dating wants and save it for marriage? Or do, when you get into a relationship with somebody, you give them the whole, you roll out the red carpet? That's the question. It's a really good question, because I know guys, I mean, I haven't heard too many guys say that they okay with women holding back, you know? So they feel like, some of the guys I've talked to, they feel like if they dating a girl, they want her to do it all. And I don't think that some of the guys I talk to that feel that if a girl is giving it their all, they're the user. You know, I think a guy knows if he wants to marry you and take it to the next level. And I don't think it's what you're holding back is going to make him want to get to the altar faster. I think that if you are a woman and you feel like, you know, I feel like I should hold some things back, some men are going to kind of think that it's a game. You know what I mean? Because I tell you what, I think that everybody has a little bit of baggage. Everybody's been in a relationship. Everybody's been hurt. Everybody has baggage. So I need to know what your baggage is and what scars you have that you feel like you're no longer going to do. And I don't mean the stuff that you're just holding back. Some people just feel like there's certain things in a relationship or in a marriage I'm not going to do because I gave it my all. I went above and beyond, and it got me nowhere. And so they feel like in a relationship or any of that stuff, they're going to hold back some. So that's one of the major things now, that when you get in a relationship I think when you get over the age of 30, so many people been in so many bad relationships, 30, 40 years old, that you start looking at relationships totally different. Like, I've been married and I look at marriage totally different. You know, people say that, okay. Milk Marie Wood says, it's 2022. Motherfuckers ain't holding back on shit. If you grin, you in, married or not. Hey, good question. I mean, that's a good answer. Matter of fact, Miss Woods, I got the number on the screen. I want you to call in and talk about and tell me your thoughts on, if you get with a guy, I don't know if you're single or not, but if you with a guy, do you give everything that you said, your best foot forward? And why do you take that approach? Do you think that that's the best way to get into a marriage, or do you think you need to hold out? I mean, you think that's the best way into a marriage is if you just be real and go all out. The numbers on the screen is just right up above your comment, 954-408-3312. And they can't see your number up on the screen when you call in, so you ain't got to worry about people calling you out. And if you want to call in to some of the other people that want to remain anonymous, do you give everything out in a relationship, or do you hold something back until you get married? I already said I'm not settling down and getting married if I'm with anybody that's holding back. I got to see what I'm dealing with. And so Miss Wood said, hey, if you grin, you in. That's the way a lot of people look at it. In 2022, people ain't holding back. And I think, you know, things have changed, you know? So what if, so for the guys out there, my question to the men out there, let's say you dating a girl. Okay. David Brandon said, I don't hold back. I'm in it to win it. There you go. And I think that's the smartest thing to do. I think that if you're in a relationship with somebody, what's the point in holding back? What's the point in saying, I'm not going to give you my all until we get married? If we're in a relationship, we should be giving our all anyway. That's just how I feel about it. And Brandon, let me ask you this. Let's say you met a girl, and let's say she had 1 or 2 kids, whatever, or you knew she wasn't a virgin, right? And she said, I'm not having sex no more until I get married, till you put a ring on it, because of religious purpose, religious reasons. So would you give her a pass on that? Or would you say, nah, I'll pass on the relationship? What would you do? Would you give her a ring, or would you pass? Hey, and like I said, the number's on the screen, 954-408-3312. If you want to call in, people can hear you, but you don't have to say what your name is. You can remain anonymous, but we need to know, because a lot of people out here try to figure out what they're doing wrong and how to get to the altar. And for the people that have been to the altar, what is it going to take to get those people back to the altar, or take to get you back to the altar? You know, that's the question. That's the question. Anyway, it's all sip worthy to me, you know. Hey, I done been married before. And guess what? To get married again, hey, I'm not saying I won't get married again, but guess what? I know it's a tough one. But guess what? You come into, guess what? It happens. People get to that point where they feel like they done been messed over a whole bunch of times and they're gonna hold back. I heard a girl say that before. I heard a girl say, I have kids and every guy I done been with is like they keep trying to use you. So I'm holding back until I get married. I was like, well, hey, you're a good one, And she was dating some dudes, but I'm like, I didn't see too many of them stick around too long about that. So if it's a woman saying, hey, I'm gonna hold back the sex until we get married, make sure you tell them that up front. I mean, and I don't think nothing wrong with it. I ain't saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna wait till I get married to find out what I'm dealing with. Because think about this, ladies. Let's say you get with a dude and you say, I'm not gonna have sex till we get married or whatever else, and then you marry the dude and he bad in bed. What about that? What if he doesn't measure up? So you're just gonna be with a dude, you can learn to love his sex. Maybe that's it. What if he comes quick? Like, what if it's something that you really don't like? What if your man just doesn't decide he wants to go down on a woman and you don't know that till you get married? Is that a deal breaker? So is it good to hold back and wait till you're married? Or should you find out what you're dealing with? Should you give your best? That's the question. I know a lot of women out here wants to be in a relationship, want to be in a committed relationship. Is it the right thing to hold back or is it the right thing to give out? So we got to know. So David said, I got to take it for a test drive before I commit to marriage because once you're married, you stuck. Yeah, you're right. You're supposed to be stuck. Well, not unless you're ready to give up half. I mean, is it you want to give up the house? You want to give up the car? You want to give up half the bank account because you decide to wait till you get married? Nah, not me, man. I got to find out. Try it before you buy it. Yep. Tanya Kennedy said, I could say so much, but I won't. Why not? Listen. It doesn't have to be raunchy. You can keep it respectful, right? So let's say the advice that you have that you say you can save so much. What if it's helping the next lady out? What if it's helping a younger female out who needs a little bit of guidance? That's why you need to talk about it. You definitely. So that's what it is. I think you should definitely, if it's embarrassing, or call in. Somebody can, like I said, the numbers on the screen, and you can call in and remain anonymous. I won't say your name. You ain't got to say who your name is. And you can call in and you can talk about a situation you've been in, or you can talk about your feelings on it, that you've been messed over before and that you feel like you don't want to put out like that. So I don't know. It's so much out. It's just so much to think about. What's the right way? Miss Walker says, know what you're working with. And I agree with it. You should know what you're working with when you get out with a guy. Because what if you get with a guy and he's just lame in bed? Or he's just a dude that's just, he's not, I don't know. I think that when you're in a relationship with somebody, you can have that chemistry with somebody. And that could be a good starting point. But I think that there's other parts of a relationship that you should pursue. I don't think that every time you meet someone and give them your phone number, you should treat it like it's a marriage. That ain't what I'm saying. I think that's where a lot of people getting confused. You don't treat everybody you meet like you in a marriage with them. And I don't think that everybody you meet that you should hurry up and settle down with them and be in a committed relationship. Now, and the reason why I say that is because just because someone takes you out, and you go out with them, you're going out on a date and you're getting to know them, right? I don't think that just because you're getting to know them, you should be sleeping with them or you should be doing all those things. I'm not saying that everybody you talk to, you should be sleeping with, but I think that once it becomes a serious relationship and you start sleeping with people and you start settling down and it starts getting serious right before the engagement, I don't think that you should get married. Or I got a question for you guys. Should you give them boyfriend privileges, but give them a little bit more of husband privileges once you get engaged? Should you wait for the engagement? I don't know. And David Brandon said some people are only married for the money. I don't know. And Nikisha Rollins said, if I'm trusting God for a spouse, I trust him for everything regarding that spouse. God knows what I want / need, so I trust the spouse he has for me, and I will do just that. I don't need to test them out. I mean, she don't need to test. So she don't need to test it out first. So I guess she feels like if God sends somebody's her way, send someone her way, she doesn't need to test him out, because she said if he's a man of God, then God is going to send her the right person and it's going to be the right fit. And so she's going to trust God to, when she gets married, that the whole, everything that they had is going to work hand in hand, like hand in glove. So that's good. That's good. And then Milk Marie said, this question should be for those who are virgins, because half of Knoxville didn't wait for shit until they got married. You're right. You're right. You're right. But just because you messed up in the past, Miss Marie, do you think that you should continue to do that? Or should you just say, hey, okay, look, I had kids, I had sex, I tried it that way, it didn't work out, so now I'm going to go the other route. I'm going to stop having sex. I'm going to stop doing all that. It's not a problem. You know, I guess I don't think that I would get with a girl and go into an engagement and go a little further if it wasn't I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to say because I'm trying to say it without being the bad guy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's pillow talk. I done been married, it didn't work out, so we got to bring our best to the table, or I ain't going to the altar. There you go. There you have it. So I can be the bad guy. There you go. Yep. And Dave Brennan said, I see all kinds of gold diggers in Farragut, Tennessee all day long. Yep. Well, hey, it's a lot. It's a whole lot of gold diggers around, you know, but and it's a lot of users around. It's a lot of dudes out there using women, though, that's just wanting the sex and don't want it to go to another one. So it's both sides of the coin on that one, man. It is. It's both sides of the coin on that. I mean, I don't know. And Nettie said, got to make sure they know how and that they can pay bills, not paying everything, but at least know how to pay some bills. So she said she needs to know that a guy can pay some bills. You ain't got to pay all of them, but you got to be able to bring something to the table. Yep. You're right about that. So, and you got to think too, is that people that are in relationship, let's say you get with a guy or you get with a girl, right? And I think that when you live with someone, you see that true person over a period of time that, like you said, do they pay their bills on time? Do they keep a clean house? What do they bring to the table to get all that stuff done? That's the bigger question. Hold on. Let me make sure let me see what else I might have missed. Hold on. Because some of these things are coming out slow and they go. It says, Miss Tanya said, the word everything is subjective and its meaning is defined by who you are and with what they determine it to be. I'm just saying. So you're right. Everything is subjective. So when you say give out everything to that person, it is subjective. It is, what do you mean when you say give out everything? I mean, me personally means that whether it's sexual, everything that you're willing to do, whether it's paying bills, whether it's looking out for the person that you with, mainly looking out for me and I look out for you. I think that this is what I mean when I say everything. I mean, everything that you said you'll bring to the table once you get married, to me, we're going to bring it out before we get married, because I think that there might be things that both of us feel that we're putting out there forward that can be a deal breaker on some stuff, you know, can be a deal breaker. It's a lot of stuff out there. It's a lot of intimate things out there that people don't want to do. Certain intimate things out there that people do want to do. What if you get somebody and they're a swinger? They want to be a swinger. What if you get with somebody who has had some bad relationships in the past and they don't want to deal with none of that relationship stuff, you know, certain sexual things that they don't want to deal with? I mean, you never know, man. You never know until you settle down with somebody. Like they say, you don't never know who somebody is until you live with them. And sometimes living with them brings it out. But certain people have said they're not going to move in and shack with someone unless they marry. So I say, guess what? Shack with them. Shack with them. You can find out how they are. Shack with them first. That's where I look at it is. Don't marry somebody until you live with them. And live with them for some time. That's how I look at it. So I think you need to know the person. I think that a lot of people rush into relationships and rush into marriages just as fast as a relationship. And then a year or 2 years later, guess what? They've made it to a point in the relationship that they no longer want to deal with. Happens all the time. But like I said, the numbers on the screen, if you want to call in, you want to talk about a situation you've been in, and for some reason on my computer, it's acting like when I try to put the number back, like it don't want to go. But I'm going to put it back up anyway on this one. Hold on. And that way people can call in. The number again is 954-40. Hold on. 954-408. Hold on. I'm losing it here. Hold on. 408. Hold on, guys. Blame it on me. Blame it on it. For some reason, I can't just put it on the screen up here. It just keeps coming back on here. I had to do it on my phone to put it in there because it acts like it doesn't want to go up. So hold on. Let me get it. Let me get it again. Let me get it again. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Putting it back on the screen now. Here it comes. Call in. Here we go. You can call in. You can remain anonymous. And you don't have to say what your name is. But the question of the night, the topic of the night is, do you give your all in a relationship or do you hold back for a marriage until you're married? And why? Why do you give your all or why you hold something back? Some people say they do it for religious purposes. Some people say that if you give them everything, they won't marry you. So, like I said, you guys want to call in? Feel free to call in. You can remain anonymous. Your number won't come up. Your name won't come up. And I'll just say caller, and you can say how you feel. There you go. The number's on the screen. Okay. Miss Marie said, so what are they waiting on to bring into the marriage? If you already got kids and 5 baby mamas or 5 baby daddies, what if that person done all of that already? So what are they holding back? And that's how I feel about it. Because if you are 40 years old and you've dated somebody, you've tried everything anyway, correct? So might call it selfish, but if you care for me and I care for you, it might sound selfish, but it is pillow talk. So let me just put it out there. You know how we do. We don't hold anything back. If you did it for him, then you're going to do it for me. That's it. I am not marrying somebody who says, I did that for him, but I ain't doing it for you. No, ain't going to happen. If you did it for him and you did it once, you're going to do it for me. And that's how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just me. If you've done it before, you're going to do it again. If we're in a committed relationship. I'm not saying if we just seeing each other and just kind of going out on casual dates. That's what I'm saying. I get it. I understand that. But if you're in a serious relationship and you call yourself settling down and you guys are living together and you're trying to see where it goes or allowing it to see where it goes, then it's no holding back. I'm not going to, that ain't how I roll. So I don't know. I'm with Miss Marie. But if you feel like your religion and you feel like that you need to hold back, hey, I don't say it's a problem with it. I really don't. But when you Miss Wood says, so what is there to hold back? That's the same thing I'm saying. If you've done it before, I mean, I just think that if you seriously like somebody and you seriously want to be in a relationship with somebody, and I just feel that you holding back, I don't think that that's going to get you to the altar or make the marriage work. I just think that if you're compatible, you're compatible. That's just how I feel about it. If you are compatible, you're compatible. And if you're not, I think the sooner you find that out, the better. I don't think you should wait until you're married, living the same, and then now you feeling trapped, or you got into this marriage and now y'all got kids together and now you're staying together before the kids. What's up, Miss Ani? So the question tonight is, and we want to hear your take on it. if you're in a relationship, do you give your all or do you hold something back for the marriage until you get married? Or do you treat the guy like he's your husband and go all out? And if you don't or do, why? If you want to put in the comment section, also, I got the number in the comment section that you guys can call in and remain anonymous. You don't have to say your name and tell your side of it, tell how you feel about it. Would you wait or would you give it out? So, or would you hold back? So that's the question. Hey, I agree. Miss Woods, I agree. All that should be discussed up front, right up front. That's it. Tanya said, what makes you think you would know what someone did with someone else? Because I think if you're, I don't think that if you're dating somebody for the, like I said, if you're going on casual dates, it's different. If you're casually dating, it's different. But if once you call yourself being in a serious relationship, I think those subjects come up. Don't you think? Don't you think that you have all kind of discussions like pillow talk, right? You guys are having sex, so you having pillow talk. That's what the show is, pillow talk, right? So you talk about things. So those are questions that you ask. Like if it's intimate encounters, do you give oral sex? Do you do anal sex? Do you dress up? Do you swing? Do you let people tie you up? Do you have sex outside? You know, do you, when you are you good at balancing checkbooks? Should we split bank accounts? Should we move in together before we get married? Those are all kind of questions that's inbounds that you should ask when you're dating somebody. Because I think that when you start assuming that later on down the road, that can kind of tear things up. I don't know. I didn't been married. I've been married. I've been divorced, and I'm divorced. So, and there's a lot of things that I've been through before that I'm like, hey, man, I'm not, I think that we all have baggage. That's what I think. I think that everybody has a little bit of baggage, and I think that we should talk about that stuff up front before you get into a marriage. And then next thing you know, you're going through a divorce. A marriage is easy to get into, but hell to get out of. And especially if you got kids, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of things should be talked up front, I think it's a lot. And I think you can learn a lot just by communication. Women said they like communicating, right? So what's wrong with telling a guy everything up front, your expectations, everything you feel, give it to him up front, and then let him tell you how he feels and all that. So that way you won't be leaving nothing out. That's how I feel about it. And I think that'll save a whole lot of marriages. Me personally, just how I feel, But like I said, the phone line is up. 954-408-3312. If you want to call in and you want to sound off the question of the night for the people that just tune in, do you give your all in a relationship or do you hold stuff back and save it for marriage? That's the question. Do you give it your all or do you hold something back? To me, I know you guys gonna make me be out to be the bad guy. Pam had a little bit of problems, so she ain't on her night, or she would probably be dogging me out, saying, "Oh, Scotty." But like I said before, you got to give it all out. I think you got to put your best foot forward and let people know what they're dealing with up front. Tanya said, "Are people divorcing simply because of sex? Surely there are other factors." I agree. But it ain't just simply sex. But this is what I said though, that I think that some of the topics was is that, let's say there are things that you're not willing to do in a relationship until you get married, right? I don't think sex. I think that more people break up in a divorce over finances and being broke or having hardships like that tears a relationship up more than sex. But I do think that in certain relationships that sex can be a deal breaker. And let me tell you why. Think about this. Let's say you get with someone who you guys are not equally yoked, as far as when it comes to the intimacy side, like there's certain things that you like that the person don't like. There's some people that don't like having sex, but once or twice a month. I've heard that. I've heard someone say that sex is not all that to them, that they would do it more, but they would like someone with a lower sex drive because that's how they are. I think that's something that you need to get into, especially if it's a woman dealing with a guy. There's men with real big sex drives. Do you want to get with a guy who has to have it 3-4 times a day? That's the question. I've heard people say that they've been in a relationship and the person they was in a relationship with wanted sex 3 to 5 times a day, every single day. Now I'm a dude. And I'll tell you straight up, I love sex, but I cannot have sex 4 times a day, every day. I can't do it. I can't do it. It says marriage without friendship is a burden. And when the lust and affection depreciates, that's all. I agree with that. You know, I think that's what it is. I don't think that to really put your post in context, I would say that you shouldn't get married if you don't have a friendship. And that's just what you just said. You need to establish friendship during dating and before marriage. I think that's one of the biggest things. And I think through a friendship, I think that through the friendship, I think that's where you establish your boundaries, you establish your goals together, and the things you're willing to do and the things you're not willing to do. And I think that all that should be talked about before. But I also think that if you're seriously dating someone and he said, I'm joining from Ghana, West Africa. Well, thank you for joining in. Perfect. Maybe one of these days you can call into the show. I don't know if you guys I don't think you guys I don't know if you have Google Call or not, but feel free one time to call into the show. We're going to be doing the show every Thursday night at 8:00. We'll have a lot of different topics. And so you're from Ghana. Let me ask you this. You're in West Africa, right? I know in America, I don't know. I know cultural differences and stuff. Do you guys, what is your thoughts on living with someone before marriage? What is your thoughts on intimacy and all that before marriage? What are your thoughts on that? Also, I got a number up on the screen if you want to call in. The number is it should be 954-408. Hold on, we're gonna put it right back up on the screen again. We'll have it back up. I need to have it to where it can be pinned on the comment section. There it is. 954-408-3312. Call in. Like I said before, you can remain anonymous. If your answer is too long and you don't feel like doing all that typing, I'm just making it easier because sometimes typing gets to be a little overwhelming, Oh, it's almost 2 a.m. there. Okay, cool. But the number's on the screen. If you can call in, you can. I know it's going to probably be cost you to call in, so you can just put your answers and stuff in the comment section. I had to use my phone sometime to put some of that stuff out. Yep. Tamara Jones, I'm her husband. I feel like you should give your all for your future wife or husband. Hold on. It's all going. Oh, okay. Hold on. You just scrolled up that. Hold on. Let me find out where I was. Hold on the screen. Okay. All right. Okay. I got you. I see your number coming in. I don't know if I can call you. You know what? Let me see if I can. I'll try to call you off that and see, or you can call in. It might be cheaper if I did, but I was trying to read the one right before you. Okay. It says, all right, I'm her husband. I feel like you should give your all for your future wife or husband and all your relationships. Who knows which one is? If you give your all, the person will see your lowest and your highest, wrong and right, because if they stand by you and your ways, they are showing you they're all in. And I agree with that. I really agree with that. I think that you should give your all, and you need to find out, because if you're talking marriage, if you treat marriage for what it is, you need to know that the person you with you shouldn't be on a trial basis. And I understand that back in the days, back in the 19, 40s, 50s and stuff, it was a different time back then. I think that a lot of people waited till they got married. You didn't have a lot of social media, a lot of things that's out there to do, clubbing and all that kind of stuff. I think that there's so much stuff out there, it kind of tends to tear relationships apart. And I think that's why marriages don't last as long. But okay, let me see if I can call you off here and see if I can put you on. Hold 1 second. Let me try it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can call you. I don't know if it'll let me call to West Africa, but I'm gonna try it because we got somebody from West Africa. So to make it a little cheaper, we're gonna try to call you. So hold on, let me get it. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hold on. All right, hold on. That's what we're trying to do. We should try to get you on in here. Hold on. All right. All right. Let me see the number again. 2 3 3 5. Hold on, my eyes ain't good. Hold on. It keeps scrolling. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. 2676. 2676. It's saying it won't connect my call. I don't think it'll do that through that. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try it again. 2 3 3 5. I don't know if it'll let me dial outside the country like that. Nope, it won't let me call you like that. Let me see if I can go through. Let me see if I can go through Messenger. I'm gonna try to call you off Messenger and see if that'll work. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna try to call you off. You know what? I can't call you off Messenger either. It won't allow me to call you off Messenger. I was gonna try, but it won't let me call you off Messenger. So sorry about that. I guess I have to try it again later off something else off of there's got to be a way through Google Voice that you can call out of the country like that. I'm sure it is. But your Messenger is saying it's saying that you're my friend on her, but it doesn't give me an option to call you off of Messenger. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, all right, hold on. Let me try this. Let me try this. You know what? I'm gonna try it off somebody's. Okay. Let me try to call you off WhatsApp. Hold on. All right. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let's see. All right. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna try to call you off WhatsApp. If I get myself together on here. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna try to call you off of here. Let me see. Uh, two. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying here. Give me a second. Let me see. Six, 7, 6. All right. Man, I can't. I tried, man. It ain't working for me, man. It ain't working for me. Oh well. I'll work on that and I'll get it together. So that way next time you can be a part of the show. Like I said, we'll be back on Thursday evening at 8 o'clock and that. So we'll get you in. We'll get you in on one of these. But anyway, like I said, man, I'm glad you guys called tonight to participate. If anybody wants to call in, and sound off, because we'll be signing off here in about 6 minutes. You know, Pillow Talk doesn't last too long. We'll be signing off Pillow Talk in about 6 minutes. Should you, if you're in a relationship, the question is, should you hold back a little bit of what you're giving the person you're dating and save it for marriage, or should you give your all? That's the question of the night. So I'd like to hear from you guys. Sound off right before we sign off, because I want to know, am I the messed up individual, or is or a lot of us messed up individuals? Should you hold back and save it for a marriage, or should you give it all out before? That's the question. That's what we all know. So that's what it is. So should we? So, and Tamara Jones said, Tamara Jones said, and it's her husband talking, if you're talking about being in a committed relationship, then you have to be all in. A verbal committed relationship is just like a marriage without papers, is exactly what it is. And I agree with that. If you are in a committed relationship, it's just like being in a marriage. I need to know what you bring into the table. I need to know if you can you cook? Do you clean? You need to know if I can cook, if I can clean. Can I work on your car? Can I fix things? You need to know that about your dudes, you know what I mean? Or vice versa, you know, whoever you're dealing with, you need to know all of their pros and their cons that they're bringing to the table. You need to know all of that. I don't think that you should wait till your marriage comes in. I think you should know all that before you get married. That's my thoughts. I don't think you should wait till you get married for that. Okay, said my question is, what's your intentions of dating the guy you dating or going out with? What's your intentions with the guy? So I think that most, I'll say majority of women, when they get into a relationship and they settle down, I think in the back of their mind that they're hoping that it progresses to the next level. I think that sometimes guys get in a relationship, and I don't think guys take it as serious as women. Hey, that's what I think. I don't think guys take it all the time as serious as women take it. I think that I think women are a little more serious about a relationship when they get in a committed relationship than men. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. I know y'all like, ooh, I can't believe he said that, because it's like I'm always talking crap about people, but it's the truth. I think that women are more serious than men when it comes to a committed relationship. I really do. But I also think that it should be established, you know, that how you know, Mufti said you should drink more tequila and just let things happen. I agree with that. Do you think, Mufti, do you think that when you with a guy, it's okay to hold some things back? Or do you think that, like you said, you should let it happen? And because I'm taking it like you're giving it your all. You're giving it your all in a relationship. That's how I take it. I think that you're giving your all in a relationship. I think that you're putting it all out there. And correct me if I'm wrong, that I think that you're not holding anything back for you to get married. So if I'm wrong about that, please put it up on the screen so everybody know your intentions. Like I said before, we do have a number up on the screen that you guys can call in and sound off. You don't have to tell your name. You don't have to say any of that. People can't see your name. And I think that I think that you can just say it, you know. We ain't gonna hold it against you, because I hope you guys don't hold all this against me. Kamaya said, give your all that will. Yep. Give your all that will. Yep. I think that most people give it all. The people that want to, you know, I think that's what you're saying, that the people that want to give it their all, give it your all. And for the people who don't, I don't know. I think that I want to know everything, like I said up front. It's so much stuff that you could hold back. And what Tanya said earlier, when she said that, what do you mean by everything? Because people, it's subjective. You know, what is your everything? When you get into a relationship, do you give it your all? Like treat that person like they're your husband or they're your wife. Do you go above and beyond for that person like you say you will when you get married? So what does everything mean? And I think that was a good statement earlier. It's subjective. So I think that when we say everything, what is a person's definition of everything in a relationship? So I guess it's subjective, you know. And do you hold that against people? Is it a deal breaker when people tell you that they're holding certain things of the relationship back before they get married? Is that a deal breaker? Do you feel like you're being cheated? Do you feel like that person is telling you the truth? The things that they're holding back, that once you get married, will they give those things to you? Whether it's helping pay all the bills, helping pay the bills, doing little special things, you know, because I hear a lot of people say, I'm saving that for my husband. I've heard a lot of women say that. I'm saving it for my husband. And being the guy that I am, if we talk about something, and the reason why I say the guy that I am, I try to say what's on my mind a little bit more. And I heard men say it, and I do. And I'll tell you this, ladies, I'm gonna tell you this is messed up. I've heard men a lot say that if she's done it for another guy, then she needs to do it for me. But the same people, some of the same people have said around women, oh yeah, I don't mind. So it's kind of one of those things that sometimes men are not straight up about that. And I think that you need to pull their card on that. You need to find out, you know. And Mufti said, it's a process. Don't rush it. Let it come naturally. It can't be forced. I agree with that. I think, but what if you with someone who says that I'm holding back certain things in this relationship until we get married? Are you okay with that? So, yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's the thing. And like I said, the numbers up on the screen. I like to hear from you guys. If what's up, Bill? You're married. How long you been married, Bill? So the question is, and this might get you in trouble, man. This is Pillow Talk, dog. And so you know how we do in Pillow Talk. Mufti said, hell no, you know. And that was, she's not gonna go for some guy holding things back. She's not with that. So you're gonna give it y'all up front. So Bill, the statement tonight, the subject tonight is, would you date someone that says, I'm holding back things in this relationship until we get married? Like sexual things. Like, let's say you're dating a girl and she says, there's certain things I'm not going to do in the bedroom and I'm saving it for my husband. Or would you tell a girl straight up, if you hold it back, I'm not going to the altar? What are your thoughts on that? Bill said he's been married for 14 years. Would it have been a deal breaker? And we're not going to get into your marriage because we're going to respect your wife with this. You know what I mean? Because people that know your wife, we're going to respect that part of it. But the question is, because we don't know what she told you or not, so don't answer that part of it. But would that make you feel like if she had said there's certain things that I would not do until we get married, would you have been hesitant about marrying her? That's the question. I'm saying in a way because we don't want to mess up. We don't want to mess up a perfectly good marriage, man. Okay. Miss Tamara Jones said, this is the wife. No different than buying a car. Let me know what I'm depending on to get me to from one point to the next point. Let me know what I'm dealing with. So she's saying straight up, let me know what I'm dealing with. I like that. I love that, you know, because you should know, as a woman, wouldn't you want to know how far a guy would go for your marriage? Don't you want to know all that up front? Billy said, I used to never ask questions first, but I would like that. Okay. That's fair enough. Like I said, man, we're not trying to get nobody else divorced. We ain't trying to put you in the doghouse because your wife might see that. But like I said, it's a lot of people that have been married that's been through that before. And I think with age comes baggage. And what comes baggage, you start looking at things totally different. And so I think that, you know, like I said, I don't want to sound like that guy, but the truth is, man, let me just say this. Pillow Talk, like I said before, and we got to come real. I done been through crazy stuff like a lot of other people. You done been through a marriage that didn't work. And so to get to the next marriage, I need to know what I'm dealing with 100%. If I'm with a woman and she has done it before, it's not going to be holding out on me. Nah, I ain't letting it hold out. Brett Wilson said, I need to know he can put it down before we lock it down. Hey, sounds good to me. If you're dating a dude, don't you want to know that he's good in the bedroom? Because what if he doesn't measure up? You know, what if he's kind of a preemie and you don't find that out till you get married? You definitely want to know that. What if he's the type of dude that don't like to go down on females? There's dudes out there that don't like that. What if it's a woman who decides that ain't what she wants to do? Don't you think you want to know that before you get married? I don't know. And what about if you get with somebody and they say, well, I'm waiting till we get married, I'll try it. Okay, but what if it's something that you really like? Y'all get married, they try it, they don't like it. Then what you gonna do? You can't say, hey, you know, could be a deal breaker on some things, could not be a deal breaker on some things. I don't know. You know, hey, I'm just here to ask questions about it and tell you guys how I feel. But it's good to see that some of you guys feel the same way. You need to know what you're dealing with before you get married. Hey, that's what I think. But guys, it has been fun. I appreciate you guys for being a part of the show. Like I said before, we're going to be on Thursday night next week, 8:00. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Pillow Talk will be back. And I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm sure the comment section is going to keep going because I'm going to get into the comment section. But I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys. Like I said before, thanks for coming out with Pillow Talk. And next show won't be so long. We won't wait a whole nother year in between. So we'll get back with it. So until next week, guys, thank you guys for coming out. That's straight up no chaser. So until next week, guys, see you later. Oh, yeah, let me play my intro. Let me play my intro before we go out. For the people that get to hear the intro, let me put the intro in. Let me ask this is our new intro. Tell me what you guys think about it. Here we go. Kind of give you some of that old school move. You know what I mean? That's that Pillow Talk. Listen to it.
Hey, baby. So glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me. And we can talk about your day. We can talk about love, life, and anything else you want to talk about. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to put you to sleep the right way.
How y'all like it?
I already know what time it is, baby. It's time for Pillow Talk. Brought to you by bensounds.com.
There you go. See, we finally getting to 2022. We got an intro. I am proud of the Pillow Talk crew. Even though I'm the only one on the crew tonight, we will definitely put the other part of the crew members on probation, a probationary period now. But anyway, guys, if you guys have any subjects that you want us to do, hit me or any one of us, me, Pam, Blue Cheese, any one of us in our comments in our messenger. Leave a comment of what you want the next show to be. And we might just put your song on, put your show out there. We might just do the topic next. So until next week, we out.